Hello and a very good day to everyone. My name is ZULKIFLI, and today me and my team will be presenting our findings on the part 2 of the Daistruk case study. This case study is part of a project for the MAF 671 Integrated Case Study course. In this presentation, we will discuss the issues faced by Daistruk and some recommendations for how the company can address those issues. Before we dive into the details, I'd like to give you a brief overview of what we'll be covering in this presentation. First, under the potential business growth strategy, we will be discussing the potential areas Daistruk can focus in order to gain expansion objectives. We will then move on to discuss the potential governance issues for Daistruk in terms of board compositions, compliance, risk management, and more other issues that need to be addressed. Following to that, we will then walk through in detail the legal and operational issues, and detailed implementation plan will be discussed. Finally, we will move on to the financial issues and conclude everything in summary. Potential business growth expansion strategy, focusing on 3 key areas that we believe will drive Daistruk's future growth and success. These strategies will not only improve operational efficiency but also open new avenues for revenue generation. Firstly, let's talk about intermodal logistics services. The goal here is to enhance Daistruk's rail and inland port facilities. By doing this, Daistruk can achieve better efficiency and storage solutions, which are crucial for logistic operations. Additionally, by reducing reliance on road transport, Daistruk can improve sustainability efforts, aligning with their commitment to environmental responsibility. Next, we have technology and automation. In this area, the strategy is to involve investing in automation across warehouses and transportation systems. This investment will significantly increase efficiency and help to reduce dependency on skilled labor. Automation is a key component in staying competitive in today's fast-paced market, and it will enable Daistruk to streamline their operation and reduce costs. Finally, we look at geographic expansion. To capitalize on new opportunities, Daistruk need to plan to expand their services to neighboring countries or regions. This expansion will open new markets and increase revenue streams. By extending their reach, Daistruk can tap into previously unexplored markets and grow their customer base. Now, let's dive into how vision, mission, and core values shape Daistruk's strategies. Starting with Daistruk's vision, Daistruk aims to be a leader in sustainable and technologically advanced logistics. These visions direct them towards strategies that focus on expansion into eco-friendly and innovative solutions. By prioritizing sustainability and technological advancements, they are setting a course for long-term growth and leadership in the industry. Next, Daistruk's mission encapsulates their core operational philosophy. Daistruk get things done efficiently and reliably. This mission supports strategies that enhance operational efficiency, such as automation and improving intermodal logistics. It reinforces the commitment to delivering results consistently and dependably. Moving on to core values, which are the backbone of Daistruk's strategy initiatives. Excellent services. Daistruk prioritizes customer satisfaction above all. Their strategies under this value focus on ensuring reliable and timely delivery through advanced IT and logistics management. By leveraging technology, Daistruk can meet and exceed customers' expectations, ensuring they receive the best possible service. Second, integrity. Ethical business practices are non-negotiable for Daistruk. They ensure compliance with environmental regulations and promote sustainable logistics as part of integrity-driven strategies. This not only helps them maintain a good standing with regulatory bodies, but also build trust with clients and stakeholders. Third one, employee welfare. Daistruk places a high value on the safety and well-being of their employees. Strategies under this value include automation to reduce manual labor risk and comprehensive health and safety training programs. By taking care of the employees, it can ensure a motivated and productive workforce, which is essential for their success. In summary, vision, mission, and core values are not just statements. They actively guide our strategic decisions and actions. They help us maintain a clear direction, uphold high standards, and foster a positive work environment, all of which are crucial for achieving our business objectives. Thank you for your attention. This concludes my part of the presentation. To further explore our findings, I'd like to hand over to RAHIM, who will delve into the details of the evaluation on the suitability, feasibility, and acceptability of the strategies.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is RAHIM. I will continue to evaluate the suitability, feasibility, and acceptability of the strategy. First is suitability. The strategy aligns with Daistruk's core mission and value, focusing on enhancing service quality and operational efficiency. They are also consistent with the company vision of promoting sustainability and stakeholders' impact. Then, feasibility. Financial feasibility. Daistruk has shown steady financial performance with increasing revenue and profitability. The financial statement indicate that the company has the resources to invest in new technologies and infrastructure. Operational feasibility. The existing infrastructure, including warehouse, vehicle, and IT system, provides a strong foundation for implementing advanced logistic solution and expanding intermodal services. And then acceptability. Stakeholder acceptance. Strategies promoting sustainability and operational efficiency are likely to be well received by stakeholders, including customers, employees, and regulators. The proactive approach to reducing carbon emissions and enhancing safety align with societal and regulatory expectation. Employee support. Investment in automation should be coupled with retraining programs to ensure employees are equipped to handle new technologies, maintaining morale and support among the workforce. And then potential governance issues for Daistruk. First is board composition and independence. Second is regulatory compliance and reporting. Third is risk management. Fourth, IT system and cyber security. Fifth, environmental impact and sustainability. Six, employee welfare and retention. Seven is health and safety. And then the last one is stakeholder engagement. Board composition and independence. The board consists of several non-executive director and independent director, ensuring that these directors remain independent and free from conflict of interest in crucial for maintaining good governance. Second is regulatory compliance and reporting. Daistruk must adhere to the regulatory requirement of the Rhineland government, including those related to financial reporting and environmental regulation. And then risk management. Daistruk face significant operational risks, including health and safety risks associated with handling goods and operating delivery vehicle. Effective risk management practices and comprehensive risk mitigation strategies are essential to prevent accidents and minimize potential liabilities. Next is IT system and cybersecurity. The company relies heavily on its IT system for logistic management, ensuring the security and robustness of this system against cyber threat is vital. A failure in IT system could disrupt operations and compromise sensitive data. Fifth, environmental impact and sustainability. With increasing concerns about fossil fuel consumption and carbon emissions, the Daistruk commitment to sustainability is under scrutiny. The company must continue to pursue strategies that reduce its environmental impact and comply with the government net zero carbon emission target by 2052. And then employee welfare and retention. Recruiting and retaining skilled employees, particularly drivers with heavy goods vehicle license, is a challenge. Next is health and safety. Given the high risk nature of logistic operations, maintaining stringent health and safety standard is crucial. Any lapses in safety protocols could lead to serious injuries, legal issue, and damage to the company reputation. Last is stakeholders engagement. Balancing the interests of various stakeholders, including client, employees, and regulators, is a complex task. Effective communication and engagement strategies are necessary to ensure that all stakeholders are informed and their concern addressed. Let's continue to the potential legal issue for Daistruk. First is regulatory compliance. Second is environmental regulation. Third is employment law. Fourth in intellectual property and IT security. Fifth, contractual obligation. And then the last is transportation and hazardous material. Like we look to the first is regulatory compliance. Daistruk must comply with various regulation related to transportation, handling hazardous material, environmental standard, and the labor laws. Non-compliance with this regulation can result in legal penalties, fine, and damage to the company reputation. Second is environmental regulation. Given the Roundlandian government goals to achieve net zero carbon emission by 2052, Daistruk faces significant statutory and reputational risks associated with fossil fuel consumption. Next is health and safety. The logistic operation of Daistruk involve significant health and safety risks. Handling goods and operating delivery vehicle can lead to injuries if proper procedures are not followed. Daistruk must comply with health and safety regulation to protect employees and third parties and avoid potential legal liabilities. Fourth, employment laws. Daistruk needs to ensure compliance with employment laws, including those related to working hours, pay, and working condition. For instance, Roundlandian laws restricts drivers to a maximum of 9 hours of driving each day to reduce the risk of accident due to fatigue. Fifth, intellectual property and IT security. As Daistruk relies heavily on its IT system for logistic management, it must ensure the protection of intellectual property and compliance with data protection laws. Vulnerable in IT system can expose the company to cybersecurity threats, resulting in data breaches, legal penalties, and loss of customer trust. The last is contractual obligation. Daistruk must adhere to the term and condition of contracts with client and suppliers with any breach of contract can result in legal dispute, financial losses, and damage to business relationship. Effective contract management and legal oversight are necessary to mitigate these risks. And then the last is transportation of hazardous materials. Daistruk transportation various type of goods, including hazardous materials. The company must comply with specific regulation for the safe transportation and handling of these materials to prevent accidents, environmental damage, and legal repercussion. Potential operation issues for Daistruk. First is logistic and transportation management. Second, IT system and data management. Third is environmental and sustainability concern. Fourth, workforce management. Fifth, warehousing and inventory management. And the last is regulatory and compliance issue. Let me look at to the first is logistic and transportation management. Dependency on road transport. Daistruk relies heavily on road transport for the movement of goods, the dependence make it vulnerable to traffic congestion, road closures, and vehicle breakdowns, which can cause significant delays in delivery schedule. Then intermodal transport coordination, managing the seamless integration of road, rail, and sea transport requires effective coordination and inefficiencies in transferring goods between different transport modes can lead to delays and increased operational costs. Second is IT system and data management. Reliance on IT system. Daistruk operations are heavily dependent on robust IT system for logistic management, inventory tracking, and client communication. Any system failure, cyber attack, or data breaches could disrupt operation and compromise sensitive client information. Automation and technology integration. While automation can enhance efficiency, it also requires significant investment in technology and training, ensuring that automated systems work seamlessly with existing processes is critical to avoid disruption. And the third is environmental and sustainability concern. Carbon emission and sustainability. Daistruk faces pressure to reduce its carbon footprint in line with Roland net zero emission target by 2052. Implementing environmental sustainable practice in transportation and logistics is essential but can be challenging and costly. Energy consumption. The company operation, particularly those involving heavy vehicle and warehouse, are energy intensive. Finding ways to reduce any energy consumption and transmission to renewable every sources is necessary to meet sustainability goal. Fourth, workforce management. Driver shortage. Recruiting and retaining skilled drivers with heavily goods vehicle licenses is a continuous challenge. Competitive pay, good working condition, and ongoing training are essential to maintain a stable and motivated workforce. Health and safety. Ensuring the safety of employees, particularly those involved in handling goods and operating vehicle, is critical. Daistruk must maintain stringent health and safety standards to prevent accident and injuries. Fifth is warehousing and inventory management. Capacity and location of warehouse. Efficient storage and management of inventory requires strategic located warehouses with sufficient capacity. Specialized storage needs. Certain goods such as perishable item and hazardous material require specialized storage facilities. Ensuring that these facilities meet the regulatory standard and are adequately equipped is essentially for operational efficiency. And the last one is regulatory and compliance issue. Adherence to regulation. Compliance with various transportation, environmental, and labor regulations is mandatory. Failure to comply with this regulation can result in legal penalties and damage to the company reputation. Custom and documentation. Managing custom, documentation, and regulatory requirements for internal shipment is complex. Efficient handling of these processes is necessary to avoid delay and additional costs.
Today, I will discussing the potential financing issue faced by Daistruk. Let's take a look at the key challenges identified. Firstly, we have a high operating cost. Daistruk operate with the thin margin, meaning the profit after expenses is relatively low. This leaves the company vulnerable to any cost increase or drop in revenue. And next is debt load. Daistruk existing debt is quite significant, making the company more sensitive to interest rate hike and cash flow challenge. This can severely impact our financial stability. So constant investment needs is another major issue to maintain and upgrade our warehouse, vehicle and IT system. Ongoing capital expenditure is required. This continuous needs for investment can strain our financial resource. When it comes to dividend payout, balancing shareholder rewards with reinvestment for growth can be tricky. High dividend payout can strain our finance, limiting the amount of capital available for reinvestment. So low profitability is concerned as well. Our relatively low profit margin limit Daistruk financial buffer and ability to self-fund its operation and growth. And then the competitive landscape at further pressure, competitor like Carry can squeeze our margin and market share, make it harder for us to maintain our financial footing. Finally, economic dependence poses a significant risk. Any downturn in the economy directly impact our logistic demand and revenue, making it crucial for us to be resilient and adaptive. These are the key potential financing issues we need to address to ensure Daistruk long-term financial health. Okay. For the summary, we have first high operating cost, which is our high operating cost primarily stem from significant expenses in fuel, maintenance and labor. This area is essential for our operation but come at a high price. Implication by high operating cost is the direct implication of these high expenses in reduced profitability. With less profit, our cash flow is strained, limiting our ability to invest in growth and improvement. So the recommendation is implement cost saving measure. We need to identify and implement effective cost saving measure. This could involve optimizing our fuel usage, improving maintenance schedule to prevent costly repair and finding efficiency in labor cost. Number 2 is negotiate long-term supplier contract. By negotiating long-term contract with our supplier, we can lock in better rate and term, which will help reduce our cost over time. And then number 3, regularly review operation to eliminate inefficiencies. It's crucial that we regularly review our operation to identify and eliminate efficiency. Continuous improvement in our process can lead to significant cost saving. By addressing this recommendation, we can mitigate the risk posed by high operation and improve our overall financial health. And now let's examine the issue of debt level. Sources of risk. Daistruk is facing high borrowing level coupled with rising interest rate. This combination poses a significant risk to our financial stability. So the direct implication of this high debt level is an increased financial risk. Additionally, high interest expenses will further strain our cash flow and reduce our ability to invest in growth. So the recommendation first is refinance debt and extend maturities. By refinancing our existing debt, we can potentially secure lower interest rate and extend the mature period, which will help in reducing our immediate financial burden. And number 2, use cash flow to pay down high interest rate. By prioritizing the repayment of high interest debt with our available cash flow will help in reducing our expenses over time. So number 3, maintain a balanced capital structure. It is essential to maintain a balanced capital structure. This involves optimizing the mix of debt and equity to ensure financial stability and flexibility. By addressing this recommendation will help us manage our debt level more effectively and reduce the associated financial risk. So, and last summary is number 3 is capital expenditure required, which is sort of risk continuous investment in infrastructure and technology. Implication, financial strain and risk of technological obsolescence. So, we recommendation, prioritize capital project, consider leasing equipment and partner with technology firm.
And for number 4, dividend payment, how risk arise also solve a risk. Regular dividend payment reduce return earnings available for reinvestment. It will be cost to shareholder pressure to maintain or increases dividend payouts. Implication of this risk is reduced reinvestment, limits the amount of capital available for reinvestment in growth opportunities. For financial flexibilities will be decreases financial flexibility and emergency funds. For recommendation to mitigate this risk is dividend policy review, align dividend policy with long-term financial goals and investment needs. Share buybacks, consider share buybacks as an alternative to dividend, providing flexibility to adjust payout based on profitability. Can have a communication clearly to rationale for dividend decision to shareholders to manage expectation. And for number 5, profitability concerns, how risk arise. The source is tight profit margins due to high cost and competitive pricing pressure. Revenue fluctuations, variability in revenue due to market conditions and customer demands. Implication of this risk is sustainability. Prolonged periods of low profitability can affect the sustainability of the business. Investment limited ability to invest in growth and innovation. Recommendation for mitigate this risk is cost control, implement stringent cost control measure and continuous improvement programs. Revenue diversification, diversify revenue streams by expanding services and entering new markets. Value-added services, offer value-added services to justify higher pricing and improve margins. For source of risk for number 6, competitor pressure. How's the risk arise? Intense competition from other logistic providers. Market saturation, limited growth opportunities in saturated market. Implication of this risk is market share loss of market share to competitors. Price wars, potential price war that further reduce profit margins. Recommendation to mitigate this risk is competitive analysis. Conduct regular competitive analysis to understand market trends and competitor strategies. Differentiate service through quality, reliability, and technology to build a competitive edge. Customer loyalty programs, develop customer loyalty programs to retain existing client and attract new one.